Hey, 12 Hub Podcast, episode 18. We got everybody in the house today, including our man Trez.
Yo.
I put this man on the staff to edit videos, and now he's on the pod.
We promote from within in this company, so
yeah,
get your application now.
yeah. But doing that thing a little early today because people got commitments. I won't be here the rest of this week, which is crazy. I'm out every night, which is ridiculous since I live in a place where there's not much to do. No, I just have to do stuff. I don't know, like 3 dinners in a row. And my birthday's coming up next week. Oh, next week we'll go see Wu-Tang. I'm going to be in Atlanta on Wednesday, so might have to do another Tuesday.
Ooh. And that's fire, brother.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
That's the way to bring in 56.
Yeah, Wu-Tang like the MJ of Wu-Tang like the MJ of hip hop groups.
Wow.
Yeah,
we would have to debate that. There's some groups that have done, in my opinion.
Are they the MJ hip hop groups?
So you just say Wu-Tang pads their stats? They padded their records. They bought their strings.
I'm a Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep has close to my heart. I love Mobb Deep. Like
I love Mobb Deep too.
Like the Mobb. I mean, it's too many songs that hit the soul with Mobb Deep. But I mean, Wu-Tang as far as longevity, I guess, right?
Yeah, this their last tour.
I know. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. We'll see.
Allegedly.
Not the same without ODB though. Not the same without ODB. RIP ODB.
I never saw ODB perform. And he, or anything, yeah. I've seen some of the Wu, but not all of them. Met Method Man, he's pretty cool. There's a lot of shit going on. So I saw this clip of Ron DeSantis talking about eliminating property tax. Now, this is one of those things, I don't like to preach financial literacy because it's kind of stupid. You have to have finances to be literate. So, about them. So, this is one of the things that fascinates me, like how the economies work. And I don't know, Sean, I don't know what your slanted view on this is. You're Dakari knows he's a little MAGA leaning. But like if you eliminate taxation,
whoa,
him, not you. I'm talking about Sean.
What the hell?
I'm talking about Sean. But if you eliminate taxes, how do you keep the infrastructure of your state, your country up? Right. The reason why, they eliminated or they have lower sales tax in more right-leaning states because they think they're benefiting people, but their property taxes are high as fuck. I live in a state where my property taxes are almost equivalent to my mortgage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that's because of these Republicans, because they're fucking idiots. So
a lot of Republican candidates, especially during the last election, were leaning on that platform of eliminating property tax. It's not the first time I've heard it.
Doesn't, I mean, I could get it if you're maybe if you own a property for X amount of years. Because I think
that makes sense.
I read somewhere that they do 100-year mortgages in Great Britain.
In Europe, that's a big deal. Europe is very common. They do 40, 50-year mortgages. Sweden is
See, that's why the Europeans always have those ghost movies.
And the interest rates are much lower, too.
And the
houses.
Well, it incentivizes you to hold on to the property and keep it in your family or whatever, that you own it for in perpetuity. But in our country, they incentivize the sale of it because you could make a profit, you could do all that type of stuff. That's why real estate's such a big business.
Capitalism, baby.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Sean has like 50 different houses, and everybody. But it's not a good system if it doesn't benefit the middle class. And this is like one of those things like, oh yeah, you think you're getting rid of your property tax, but you're really just saying, all right, now my infrastructure, my neighborhood's going to go to shit because the only neighborhoods that are going to thrive are ones with HOAs, right? Because they wouldn't do all the maintenance because you think the state or the city or the county or the whatever is going to come out and fix that pothole in your,
They don't do that now.
Yeah, because
they're not coming to fix no potholes.
Yeah, that's what tax dollars pay for. So I don't understand the perspective behind that. I don't understand why this idiot went up there and said that. And it's like, if you don't understand how that basic part of the system works, then why are you even governing?
But see, you just said it. A lot of people don't understand how that basic part of the system works. So they just hear no more property tax. I'm just saying to dissuade people who you want to manipulate, like the voters. Like you tell them no more property tax without thinking of how that system will work. They like, he got my vote. He said no more property tax. Not realizing that taxes are in place to, like you said, provide for services and other things for the people. That's why a lot of times people will see a country with a universal healthcare system and not realize, well, those people pay way higher taxes. It's not free. You know what I'm saying? It's not free healthcare, it's universal healthcare. It's a huge difference. So if you eliminate something like a property tax as opposed to creating a system where you tax people equidistant to the money that they bringing in.
Equidistant. I like that word. You just make that up? Is that a word? Is that an actual word?
Making it up
I
like
fuck
MJ
with that
Stanton,
word,
baby.
I love that shit. That's the name of this podcast. Equidistant.
Equidistant wages. But now, if people don't get taxed the appropriate, rate for the money that they make, you start seeing someone else either A, have higher tax have to pay for it, or B, like you said, the system go to shit.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Sean? I like your input.
Yeah,
what do you
I mean, I'm always, look, you can structure it all kinds of different ways. If you buy, like, a lot of land around where I am is agriculturally taxed, and that's something that was imposed by a lot of the community because there was a lot of farm owners and things like that sold off a lot of land to developers and then really reserved a lot of tracts of land for agricultural use, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. So it's like 25 acres for one house that you can build, but then your property tax is really, really low. So it just depends on where you are, because Montgomery County has a very strong tax base, but the HOAs still exist very widely here. So it just depends, on where you're located. Because more rural areas, they don't really have a high tax base property or otherwise. So a lot of their, revenue is based on exports of, milling or textiles or things like that, manufacturing, but not a lot of infrastructure that goes in that would support a higher base for people buying homes at $1 million or, higher a clip, So it just depends on where you are. Different things work for different folks. I mean, I wish we would just eliminate any income tax. That'd be nice. But property tax, is a whole nother ball game. The higher your price goes up in your property, the more you're going to pay in property taxes. If you're in a historic area, different things like that. That's what happened in Georgetown in D.C., right? That was a historically black neighborhood. And what happened
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Georgetown was predominantly black. And then what happened was they started creating historic districts, which priced people out of being able to afford your property taxes. And then that neighborhood got gentrified over time. So it just depends. Property taxes can be used as a tool, right, to get people out of neighborhoods, right, forcibly, and taxes can be used to create, build roads and infrastructure. So it just depends what the motivation is.
Word.
But yeah,
that's interesting. Well, I don't know. I'm for property tax. I don't mind paying it, but it has to be reasonable to, I can see both sides. But I guess it's ridiculous because I'm all for like things like sales tax, anything that could, as long as that money I know is going to something useful. And that's like the tough part about it because of the way government contracts work, knowing and understanding how all that crap works from being in DC and even in now it's middle America, and it works the same fucking way. They give their contracts to their friends. They do all the nonsense that the bigger cities and the bigger states do, and it doesn't help. The little people that need this infrastructure done and all that. The projects are just held up, low income housing, all types of shit.
Yeah,
so I need that.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's like you don't really realize it until it's like affects you in some way, shape, or form. And taxes affect all of us, bro. That's the big thing. You know what also affects us?
Mm-hmm.
This is a good segue. NFTs. I saw this.
The 10 people that still invested in
what?
Did you hear about this? Did you see that? You reading that on the screen?
Oh my goodness!
This NFT was purchased for $69 million in 2021. It is now worth $20K.
Now, you know what the surprising thing about this is? Before you get started, is that it's still worth $20,000.
Yeah,
I was literally about to say that it's still worth anything.
Dog, I saw this.
Get out now.
Now, it was bought by an NFT, by a crypto guy, right? So you took one worthless asset to buy another worthless asset, and you paid for it with real money, maybe. I don't know. Because, I think that I could go, if I was smart enough, I probably could make my own Bitcoin and put it into the ecosystem right now if I wanted
crazy.
to.
As long as you got a celebrity backing it, you can make a quick little rug pull coin.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, make a Kemp coin. Help him get out of his legal issues. Y'all do that. Y'all cash out real quick. Y'all pull a rug out. He go to or something like that. Bro, and you living good in Ohio, baby.
Yeah, but this joint, I'm like, it's an
this
NFT
is crazy.
Made up of real pictures of real artwork, and this idiot bought it for $69.3 million.
I'm looking at it to see if it like makes some bigger picture.
No,
it's just a collage of
it's
art.
a collage. I'm sure.
Who bought this? Who bought this for $69
some
million?
crypto guy.
Wow.
Metacana, whatever.
Wow.
His pseudo name is Meta. I'm gonna look him up. I want to see what this guy looks like. I'm gonna look. Let's get off this because we don't really.
You know what's so crazy, man? The social media has made the hustle game strong. Like if you got hustle, like you could convince people of anything. NFT, I mean,
there he is.
Whatever washing your face with a banana.
There's your man.
Crazy shit.
Meet the man behind Metacover moniker.
Wow.
This is the man who bought this piece of shit.
Wow.
$69 million. I wonder if that was all his money.
Probably. Well, probably all the people who invested in whatever coin he paid for it with.
That's crazy. And that was a Christie's auction? Damn. They getting people too.
Welcome to the jungle.
Damn.
I don't know.
Highway robbery right there.
Where do y'all think the future NFTs is going? Like, for real, for real.
What future?
I don't think there's a future for that.
I don't think it is.
No.
Not. I think if it was a form of transaction, maybe. But if you're actually saying digital art's a thing, it's not. Because digital is nothing.
The only way
everything's to come out. Yeah, whatever. Go ahead, Trey. Sorry.
The only reason I ask, like, the only way I see it actually working in real life standpoint is through video games or through like Oculus or some shit. So that's why I was asking. Like,
well, the kids are into that with the skins and all that. That's a big thing.
But the thing about
but
NFTs,
you see like an expansion of that.
NFTs had a little bit of an expansion, if you want to call it that, and that was a sign right there to get out. Is when they started tagging it with physical product. Like for example, a company would tell you, mainly because they were trying to gauge interest and didn't want to, invest their own money. Hey, if you buy this NFT, it locks you down in 3 months when we come out with the physical Funko Pop or T-shirt or whatever. So at that point, you're just buying a physical good. It's the equivalent of buying a DVD Blu-ray, knowing that it comes with a digital code in there, as opposed to just buying it digitally on the platform.
And what Hugh made a good point as far as what you have two, weak components to this. An NFT, which, I mean, you just take a screenshot, right? I've got it as well. The currency you're using to buy the shit is unstable. So you have two things against you: the ability to keep, the IP of a NFT, and then also the ability to sell it because that coin or whatever case it be may not even.
With any of these quote unquote assets, and even things like baseball cards and other collectibles, it's only has value if the person that you're selling to, if you're able to sell
somebody's
it to
willing to pay more. Somebody's willing to pay more.
And that's what is the point. And I brought this up on another podcast with art and high-end real estate. There is a small cabal of people who can afford these things, and they trade it amongst each other. I'm not going to trade a Picasso painting with Kari and then say to Trez, yo, I'm going to sell this. Look, Kari, I want to buy your Picasso for $10 million. How much you pay for it? Oh, I bought it for $4 million. I think it's worth $10 million because it's rare. I want it on my wall. All right, here's $10 million. You just made some money. I gave you some, I just gave you some money. I lost a little money. But then Trez is like, yo, shit, I just closed this big deal. I fuck with that Picasso. I'll buy it for you for 15. And Sean's like, yo, I want to buy all of y'all and that Picasso. I'm going to give you 20. He said, all right, cool. I'm working. I'm hanging the painting on Sean's wall now, and I'm living in Sean's house, and he owns me. So I mean, it only has value. Like, I just sold myself for $5 million extra to make some money. I wouldn't make any. Trez would make the money, and I don't know how he could buy me. But either way, you know what I'm saying? Like, it only has value if another person wants to buy the shit. And that's and that's like all of this stuff is so. It's really stupid. It's the same with sneakers. Like the point about selling fake sneakers, right? They're all the same shit at the end of the day. It's just a different person stitched it. It doesn't have the same code on it as the Nike or the Adidas version. So,
well, that's the thing. Rarity is kind of a myth. Most things are not rare. Diamonds are not rare, right? Diamonds can be expensive, but they're not rare as far as you can find diamonds like a motherfucker, right? But the problem becomes is like the marketing behind what makes a diamond valuable, right? Now people are getting lab-grown diamonds. Celebrities are wearing lab-grown. I mean, that's becoming more of a thing.
Bling as fuck, yo.
Yes, because really they can't tell the difference, right? The scopes they can't even tell the difference. This whole, and then they're traceable. They are all lasered up. They all can trace back to the lab and all this and that. So there's more security in there. You can get the lab, you can get the real diamond with the laser inscription, all that, but at the same time, you pay a third of the cost. And really, when you walk it down,
and
the
that's
street,
at a markup.
Somebody's pulling down. Yeah,
dog. The machine once they perfected the process, it's literally not that expensive to make these things. It's a matter of just time and the effort you put into the precision craftsmanship of that diamond, the cuts, right?
Anything that's not a necessity is essentially a race to zero. I mean, that's point blank, period.
That's crazy. So you think all these sneakers that I got are worthless? Like I'm gonna be broke?
Well, it's a race to zero. Everybody's trying to sell before it gets to zero relative to your investment. So your investment might be $500, and you might take $300 to get that shit out of there. Somebody may sell that $300 for $400 and make it and get it. The market comes a little bit back up, but essentially it's a race to zero. How can I get off of this shit before I make no money?
Before it tanks.
But that's when when the markets are good though. Like then what?
Yeah.
Like with sneaker market. I feel like that's why I thought sneakers or think sneakers are a good investment, because there's always people who buy for nostalgia. There's people who buy because they missed out on something. And there's always generations and generations of people that are going to be interested in that type of stuff as a collectible. That's why I could flip a shoe for like $2,000, right? That nobody likes. Kari says, "Oh, that shoe's ugly as fuck," and I sold it for $2,000.
Yeah, I probably.
You know what I mean?
But you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Because that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You have to be careful about that, right? Because you're telling yourself, right, this is going to happen eventually. So you can't. It's like when
I can't speak it into existence. That's how
sometimes look at comic books in the 80s.
I still
90s,
have all mine.
They went through that big speculator boom.
Yep.
Oh, and baseball cards, all that stuff.
Yeah, like 93, the Death of Superman comic got published, and everyone was buying like a quadrillion copies because they were like, "Oh, this is going to be the next, Superman premiere issue in Action Comics or Spider-Man in Amazing Fantasy." And then they overproduced, oversaturated, interest waned, and like now comics still fetch a pretty penny depending on which one you have. But it's kind of like sneakers where you gotta hope this one is produced in limited quantities, catches a lot of people's eye, has this moment in the sun, retains its value, never gets retro. You said the nostalgia glasses get put on. Meanwhile, Nike's making like 15 derivative versions of that same pair. So it's really like
and they change up like one thing, like with the Jordans, they keep saying like the Nike Air versus the Jumpman versus the Jumpman with the Air at the bottom. Like there's all these different like you said, derivatives of them, and then you have to have all of them, right? You have to.
Well, you have to have all of them.
You have
sick people like you have to have them all.
Tell him, Kari. This is a LeBron fan, quote unquote.
I got a lot of LeBron jerseys.
Oh boy,
a lot. I mean, he has gone through a lot of years. So
speaking of NBA, look at this smile. Look at this motherfucker. Look at him. I didn't even know this shit was happening. This nigga's still smiling. He probably eating a cheeseburger and everything. Look at him.
267 million guaranteed.
That's the allegations about him being like a sexual abuser, right?
So I don't understand. Crazy. So these allegations against Diddy, these allegations with Diddy shit. I heard some crazy shit today that he might really be going away. But Zion over here raping and kidnapping people, and it's all crazy because they seem to owe these people that be getting raped and kidnapped all seem to have the same lawyer. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Who is Zion physically chasing?
I don't know. I mean, but he got a little funky. Like his taste in women is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, he likes
strippers and
stars. Yeah, like Drake.
BBL bandit, man.
Yeah, but he don't strap up nothing. He don't strap up
bandit
nothing,
is insane. I need to make that into a shirt. I mean, Zion better count his days because he's a bust as a #1 draft pick, and
no, he's good, yo.
I'm not a bust, man.
He's not quite there
yet.
He's
a disappointment.
He's getting, and it's not because of his talent. It's because
he's not Greg Oden.
Dog, his stat line, 26, 8 or something like that.
Well, it's easy to have a good stat line when you play like 10 games a year.
Yeah, he doesn't play a lot. He's hurt all the time.
When he plays, he's good.
When?
Like Kawhi, when he plays, he's good. You say then what is he, Kawhi Leonard? Like
exactly.
Okay, Kawhi Leonard got hardware though, and he had previous times.
No, they compare him to Jordan.
No.
You know why he's good?
No.
He played with Tim Duncan.
Kawhi Leonard.
Manu Ginobili was dishing him the ball.
and he played way more games before he started sitting out than Zion has.
Yeah, because he was 21, 22 years old.
Zion wasn't 21, 22 years old.
Yeah, but he's like my weight, and he fucking jumps.
That's
through
a
the roof,
personal
so that's
problem.
crazy. You know how
That's
hard, you know how hard that is on your knees, bro.
And he's only gaining more weight. But
well, we'll see what happens with this case because this is crazy. I mean,
then he can't get out, and then he can't stay out of trouble. Wasting my draft pick. Fuck out.
50 million.
Wasted my draft pick.
You know what? We got to get to the point where, man, these athletes, these celebrities, bro. I'm telling you, like, it's got to be. You got to just be in public with this shit. You got to be, don't even be around no situation. Don't be around no nothing. You got to be like, yo, this is being, you on CCTV. As soon as you step on my lot, you're being recorded. I mean, everything at this point, body cam. I mean,
there's certain celebrities that have learned that. They like, look, we all adults, you know what I'm saying? I know you here to do what you here to do for some bread. Let me just pay you. Instead of you having to do one of these schemes to try to extort me. One, it's going to end badly because you lack this thing called evidence. Two, you're only going to hurt me in the public eye, in the public court of opinion, which is going to hurt your rep, and it's going to cut you off from a continuing money source.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm smashing you off every couple weeks, couple months. I'm getting you off $50K a smash. Why ruin that? Because you want a big payday? Bro. Once everybody in the industry talks. Once I hit up this athlete, this rapper, this producer, this content manager, they gonna know you tainted goods now. Man, I can't mess with Shorty because you run her mouth. And so it's like,
yeah, but you already got the bag by then.
You hope you do, because if I try to sue you and it goes south, I didn't get shit.
Yeah, and then you might get sued. I mean,
countersuit, right? You know what I'm saying? Defamation suit. And then it's back to twerking in your mom's basement on the OF.
I'm just Busby. I mean, these people running the Busby after what Hove did to him. I mean, I'm just surprised this is still a thing. But
he's like the reverse Johnny Cochran. Like when black people used to get in trouble, you ran to Johnny Cochran because you knew. But he's like the anti. Like everyone
he's
knows
the
he's a clown,
Johnny
bro.
Yeah,
like, he knows like if he's an ambulance chaser essentially. Like
he's sponsored by OnlyFans and Pornhub.
Hey,
he's sponsored by OnlyFans and Pornhub.
That should be his little moniker. He messes with OnlyFans models, but he keep the tie on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Open up the briefcase and it's got all her toys in there and she go to town. That'd be crazy.
Didn't he catch a case too of some sort? Some sexual harassment? Didn't Busby have something allegedly? I don't know. I thought I heard there was something against him.
I remember that happened during the whole stuff. Like
yeah. Because they was like he was about to lose his law. Like, I don't know. There was a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm over these joints coming through with the 50 million. Like, listen, 50 million? Come on, bro. Like, 50 million? When you ever ask 50 million for anything? Like, come on. What? Like, that's going to be some emotional distress type of cure. 50 million? Come on now.
It just comes off as I'm looking for the bread. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, kidnap me, whatever. Give me 50. Like, kidnap me. Do like, and I'm.
You let Zion Williams kidnap you and grape you.
If I'm a chick messing with him, I mean, listen, that like if I'm
dress up like Dennis Rodman and go after that rebound.
Come on, bro.
Yikes.
Like, listen, this dude has a $260 million guaranteed contract. $300 million. He has a $300 million guaranteed contract. You gonna tell me any woman that steps into his world is not willing to do everything and anything to please him? I mean,
depends on the type of woman. There's a lot of women who would not sacrifice that.
No. Let's
go
go beyond.
OnlyFans, you were sacrificing.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of sack chasers.
I'm about to say, look at the women. Remember that? The women, sack chasers in more ways than one.
Yeah,
bro. Let's go beyond all that. You worth $300 million. You step into a room. Every person you interact with wants something from you. And they ain't no romantic. Oh, I fell in love. That's Zion Williamson. Let me see how I can get Zion Williamson. I mean, that's first and foremost. Yeah. It ain't no Cinderella story with this shit. They ain't meet at Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either on the sideline, the locker room, out in the street.
Party. Yeah.
It's like, so miss me with all that. It's already manufactured implied on what the situation is because the joints is saying what the situation is up front. Oh. I'm willing to do, shit. I ain't like the other joints. I mean, we know what it is as a regular person. Come on. We already know. Like, now Zion, come on. That's a whole nother level. Like, they ready. So, I don't know, man. In social media, people get dragged, and it's pretty much a wrap. Once that happens, then you got to defend your character. But, damn.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I can't respect this. This is a new era, man. Thank God I'm married. I keep saying that now. Y'all too. I don't know, Trez, if you got a girl or married. All I'm saying is like, if you,
Single.
I don't even know
man.
if you should put it. It's almost like.
But I'm getting old, man. So you know somebody.
No, I'm just saying, like, there was an era, and I think it's coming to a close where everybody's like, nah, it's not worth getting married. I could be a playboy the rest of my life. But this is what the cost of being a playboy is, especially if you're trying to get money. If you got money, you're trying to be seen. The only person who's done it kind of right is Drake, but he blessed that one chick with the kid. I mean, look, I don't even know if it is his kid, I think. He's got the recessive genes. But he dodged the bullet because at least she's okay with just being the baby mom and getting hit off with some money.
Yeah,
but he ain't fucking
no more.
No, she wasn't. Was she? I don't know what she was, but whatever. But she been passed around the industry too, and there's like a whole network of women that just get passed around to rappers and athletes and billionaires and millionaires, and just they just do these things for the check, and it's crazy. And then now they got lawyers now that are trained to get them a bag by making up shit. Oh, AI doctoring up stuff, secret recordings. There's training these bitches to fucking chase the bag and take it by any means necessary. And we got to talk about it.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Speaking of the bag, this is the bag. I like these. These segues are great. Drake. I think Drake. Let's say Universal Music Group. I'm not going to play the video because I think we know this story. So the clips got dropped from UMG and Def Jam on their new album, which was supposed to come out in February. So I think this was supposed to come out like a couple of months ago. I see why it didn't come out now. They have a Kendrick feature on there, and obviously Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar both have beef with our buddy Drake. And all of this stuff has resulted in this thing happening, I'm assuming, but that's a speculation. I had a conversation with my man Show Me, who's a big supporter of the Clips, actually works with them. And I think, Sean, you know Show Me, right? And Trez, you probably know Show Me from working around this industry, especially in the Virginia area. He's the videographer that's done like everything, probably the most successful one in that region. But he's done a lot of work with the Clips and stuff. And him and I were talking yesterday, and I was telling him, he's like, yeah, it definitely got blocked because of Drake's influence and this lawsuit he had on the label, Yeah. Yeah, and I had some jokes. I was saying like, you can't, it's in the Constitution, you can't have two people who diss Drake on the same record. It's a law. You can't. So, like, it's funny, but at the same time, it's kind of weird because we all understand the rules of the rap beef now. But again, in this era of litigation, and you know who made litigation cool? Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was the trendsetter. He's the one that said it was cool to snitch. I'm serious. It's cool to snitch. Nobody gave a fuck. He went #1 after he snitched. Remember that. He went #1 after he snitched.
Do somebody have the crickets thing that we could put in on?
Yeah, I'm about to say it didn't make it cool.
No honor.
It brought it to the forefront, but I wouldn't call it cool.
Yeah, he was on Front Street with it.
No, it's cool. You making money. He's making money. He has albums out. It's cool. Drake's still making money. I don't see him banished from hip hop. Look what happened to Ja Rule when 50 got at him, and that wasn't even for snitching. Ja Rule poked him up with a knife, and he lost a rap battle with 50, and he lost his whole life almost. That guy's crazy. He went to Fire Festival. Remember that shit? Ja Rule did that.
Fire Festival 2. Coming soon.
He's coming to. Yeah, and that dude is like, bro, Irv Gotti ate himself to death because of 50 Cent. This is what the rap beefs do to people. Drake out here like, yo, fuck y'all. I'm going to ruin the whole record label and your career because you dissed me. So I'm going to press charges. That's what he did. He pressing charges. He's telling on the whole industry. That's what he's doing.
Your goat's doing some questionable stuff out there.
That's not question. That's the way things are done now. I would do the same fucking thing if I had the money. You got to protect yours. You sacrifice. Ja Rule was at the top of the charts the year he got into the fucking rap beef with 50, right? What are we doing here? Like, after that rap beef, he couldn't even get, like, you saw him doing them halal, the Greek restaurant
so once you
ads.
Get beat, just snitch is the strategy.
No.
I mean, you could just rap back.
So, yeah. He should have sued 50 Cent.
LeBron should sue Michael Jordan. Stats.
Yeah, well, Michael Jordan should sue him for taking his image. 23.
They're taking his image. Like, see,
23. Come on now.
That's a number. They didn't retire it in Cleveland.
Well,
if he ever
they
went to
should've.
Chicago,
well, you know where they did
they
retire it?
should have.
Where the other team he went to, Miami. So there's that.
What are you talking about?
There's that.
What are you
Yeah,
talking-
he went to Miami. That shit was done. He had
They
to go
got
to
the
6.
Jordan jersey retired.
Yeah. Jordan's jersey retired in Miami because he's the GOAT, and Pat Riley ain't dumb.
Retired his jersey.
Yeah. Why you think?
I don't even know why.
Hold on. Newsflash. We have a LeBron fan that thinks LeBron really wanted to not wear 23.
I never even
Newsflash.
questioned it. I just thought he wore that in fucking whatever.
He wore 23 because Jordan's the greatest. He only went to 6 because he couldn't.
No, I had no
in
clue.
Miami.
I had no clue.
Well,
I mean, is that
yeah.
true? I mean, is that
Yes.
what you're saying? Is that true?
Yes, his jersey's retired in Miami.
Trez, you can be the fact checker because you're not going to be on camera all the time.
Google it. Pull it up right now. Pull it up right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that.
Pull it up right now.
Trez,
Pull it up
you
right
can be
now.
that guy.
Pull
Like,
it
what's
up
that
right
guy
now
on Rogan?
on the screen.
He can be that guy on
Hugh,
Rogan.
pull
Like,
up,
yo,
Hugh, pull it up on the screen.
I'm not going to pull
right
up. I'm
now.
going to have Trez look it up.
What number did Mario Chalmers wear?
I'm going to have Trez look it up.
Well, nobody wore 23.
Mario Chalmers
That's why-
wore 15, I think.
That's why LeBron had to change to 6 because 23
I
is
didn't know
So
retired.
I thought something.
Yeah.
No. It had to be a
Oh,
Miami
no.
person.
No,
Was
look
it
it up.
Dennis Scott or
Look
somebody
it
that had
up.
that shit?
No, bro. His shit
Man is
retired
not
in
looking
Miami.
it up.
It's retired in Miami.
You gotta see this.
I'm gonna look it up.
Miami,
myself.
Pat
That's
Riley.
all.
Bro, I remember the press. I remember the presser. He did it on Miami's
I
home
think
court.
the jersey is retired itself, but not the number.
23.
If that
Look
makes
it up.
sense. Like they
No,
have a
number 23.
Michael Jordan.
Look up. Can anybody wear 23 for Miami Heat?
I don't know if the numbers.
Dang, yo, the suspense is
Hold
killing me. Didn't Drake say that in the song? How I go to 6 to 20 daily counting brown. Hey.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. 23
Yeah.
was retired
Yeah.
by the Heat in honor of Michael
Pat Riley.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Dang.
Pat Riley. Yeah, so that's why your boy LeBron went to a team where he wasn't the man and couldn't even get his number. Boom, Mike drop. Woo, woo.
What-
Look, you
He was
just,
the
you
man
just went
on
into
that
a
team.
puff
I
of
won't-
smoke.
I ain't gonna-
Puff of smoke. Puff of
What
smoke.
are we
You
what are
just
we
turned
even?
to a No, you just turned into a puff of smoke just now. All right, guys, we got 3 of us left. Trez, Kari, we got to finish the show.
Oh, God. That was good. That was good. Clip that, please. We need this.
I don't
on the
understand.
TikTok.
I'm sitting here like, okay, and then you over here like fucking making it like it's like you just won an NBA champion. What are you proving by even saying
What
that?
am I
Like,
proving? Okay.
what does that
You
even
went
mean? No,
to-
it doesn't mean anything. This is
Oh,
again.
you were
You
just
go to the
defending-
lowest common, and now it's like because so LeBron's not retired. So if the number's retired, what are you supposed to do?
Okay.
Not play for Miami? What are you
We
talking
all
about?
know. We all know. Michael
You act like he
Jordan's
lost. Like, look,
number
this
23
this
should
would
be
a good
retired.
story.
Here we go.
Like,
Here's
look,
the
look,
thing.
no. Let's just say the number 23 is available, but he played Jordan one-on-one and busted
You know-
his ass for 23, and he's wearing 23 on Miami.
You know what the funny thing is? We all
that's
know
what should have happened.
We all know in our heart of hearts, 23 should be retired amongst the league. There's certain numbers, right? Mantle retired amongst the league, right? You know,
24.
Hank Aaron amongst the league. However, people want to wear 23 so bad, the NBA really can't do that. They can't do it because it would hurt sales. LeBron, he's the best coming in, right? 23. It's almost like when you're a soccer player, the number 10.
You got a 10. Yeah, you
Right?
gotta weigh 10.
It's the same thing. So MJ 23 is literally the number you wear if you feel like you the man, which we are saying that LeBron felt like he was the man in the NBA. So, right?
Because he wore 23. He
Well,
said he
I
wore
mean,
it in
that's why
honor
he
of
wore
Michael
it.
Jordan. That's why he
And
wore it.
everybody would wear it in honor of Michael Jordan.
Of course.
Everybody? No, I wouldn't. I wear 24 in honor of Ken Griffey Jr. I like.
Well,
Ken
see,
Griffey
that's
Jr.
what Kobe did because he wanted to do one above.
One had to get that Kobe
23.
number.
Yeah.
1 over Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a way, he was still inspired.
Welcome back,
by
Trev.
Jordan.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
One over Jordan. Is that what he wanted to do? That was the whole
Yeah.
premise behind that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I never knew. I thought because he couldn't get 23 because it was retired in LA or something. And then
It should be.
He was 8 at first.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was 8.
Kobe 8.
Crazy
interesting.
8, boy.
Yeah. So,
Well,
Rest in
yeah.
peace, Bean.
yep. R.I.P. R.I.P. So yeah, so that's why your boy had to, switch up. He was coming from the
No,
six.
poo. Excuse me. This is getting like a boring conversation about this.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself that's just really Again, pulling more bullshit out of your ass, like literal bullshit.
I mean, listen.
Yeah, this is crazy. It is crazy. You know what's funny about like these debates? Just going back to that again.
Jordan fans got a fully loaded clip, bro.
No, it's funny. You totally ignore all of the shit that LeBron has done in his career.
No, I don't.
The tops of all time. Top 10 in assists and rebounds and scoring. All the stuff that actually means something. And you go back to nonsense. Like, you see in our group chat.
Did you watch the video I
you
sent
see
over?
the shit in the group chat? This motherfucker's sending a clip of Jordan doing a layup, and it's in slow motion to make it look like he's floating.
Did you see the TikTok I just
You saw
sent?
that shit, right?
Did you see the TikTok
I
texted?
I'm like, little niggas in AAU are doing that right now.
Hold on. Look at
my
this.
little nephew,
I just texted
I seen a video of my little nephew
pull this
doing
up.
that shit.
This breaks it down perfectly. Pull this up on the screen.
The air.
This breaks it down perfectly.
You can pull it up. Can't you share your shit over there? I don't know.
Can I share it?
I don't know. Figure it out. You're so smart.
I saw my phone.
You're so close to the goat.
Listen. No.
Text it. I'll pull it up.
I just texted it. It's in the thing.
Pull it up.
This breaks it down perfectly.
Wait, hold on. Click on this, Sean.
This is a non-biased setup.
I didn't get it. Where'd you send it?
I just texted it to the group chat. Oh, hold on.
You didn't
it's on
send.
the thing.
You put it on.
No, right here. I'm gonna text it to the group chat now.
So you just said you texted. See these people, these Jordan fans don't even know what the hell they're doing.
Now you got that phone that's slow. That's all.
It's my fault. Here's my fault. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna do this.
Pull this up, and we're gonna have a natural. Let's just be honest after this clip.
Let's be honest. What is this?
No.
What the fuck is this?
Play it.
Wait,
Take
what?
the sound on. Put the sound on.
Hold on.
Feel better about their dedication.
Here we go.
Jordan.
This is 7 minutes long, bro.
No, here, just look.
All right, I'll play.
People say
you hear that?
Jordan didn't win anything without Pippen. You immediately know you're dealing with a LeBronite who has no interest in history, reality, truth.
Wait.
No.
It is a known fact he won nothing without Pippen.
Okay, now
what
perfect.
The fuck
I'm glad you
idiot.
started that. This is perfect. Play because this is exactly what he was saying. Now play it. Now play it.
Don't
this
tell
is
me
perfect.
he won some shit in college.
Play it.
Okay,
this is perfect because
he never won anything
wait till you see the video because it's literally.
I want to hear what the point is.
Okay, listen.
This motherfucker's delusional, Sean.
Because I'm all like, because
all right, let's play it.
Go.
Is simply happy to irresponsibly repeat whatever storyline they heard just because it helps them feel better about their dedication to the loser king. One of the many foolish aspects of this is the simplicity of seeing someone added to the roster and giving them credit for any increase in success that takes place from that time forward. Imagine how easy it would be to do that with any star player whose team underwent roster changes and then saw success. Let's look at Jordan and LeBron's journeys toward success from the time they entered the league moving forward, as well as the roster changes that went along with that. Both Jordan and LeBron's teams didn't make the playoffs in sequential seasons prior to them being drafted. They were both going to struggling franchises. The similarities end there because, unlike LeBron, Jordan got his non-playoff team into the playoffs as soon as he arrived. LeBron.
Wait.
Oh, no, come on. Why are you stopping it?
Wait. As soon as he fucking arrived?
No, go.
Yeah,
Play it.
Year one, right? Year one.
Yeah, his rookie season.
Yes, rookie year.
You know what the fucking record was?
Oh, no, see, here we go.
This squad right here could have made the playoffs in the East.
Okay, all right, play it.
Trez could have been running point.
So we're going to go.
What number
It's
you went
multiple
to?
years.
You're shooting guard. You want to wear that piece of shit.
It's
You're
multiple
the
years.
tallest one here, Sean. You center. I'm power
years.
forward.
Okay, all right, play it.
Shit, we could put. No, I don't even want to be. I'll be small forward.
No, play it.
Who's all
right.
Octavian.
This is gonna get so
Octavian,
funny. I love that you're breaking it like this
$5'4".
because it's gonna help. It's gonna help.
He could have been running. He could have been running power forward and still made the playoffs in the East back in 1985.
All right, there we go.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, there we go.
They won 31 games.
Okay, perfect. Play it.
What playoff team wins 31
all right,
games?
let's go. Let's see how long it took LeBron. Let's play it.
It took him 3 seasons. Then he went to the finals the year after that.
Let's play it.
What the fuck are you talking
about? Let's just see.
Yo, this dude's full of shit.
Okay, all right, let's go.
These niggas going at it. It's hilarious.
So hypothetically, we could start playing he didn't get anywhere until so-and-so arrived right here instead of waiting until later. just to emphasize how foolish it is to credit success with a roster change. For example, the Cavaliers didn't make the playoffs. Well, then I guess we can't credit LeBron for any future success.
He has, okay, this is another stupid. Wait, no. I'm going to go back. Wait, I'm going to flip back a little bit in this video and show you something that's a little misleading. LeBron was not on their roster in 2001 and 2002, but this guy counted that as him being on the roster. Look at the video.
Can't credit LeBron.
Look. 2001 and 2002, he was not on the roster.
No, that's what he's saying. They didn't make the playoffs the 2 years before, sequential years before LeBron got there. So that's what he's saying.
Okay,
no,
he's counting those
he said
years.
that.
Okay.
He said that before. He said both teams 2 years before, and then he got there. Yes, so that's what that's
got on there 2003, 2004.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. In the 2 years before.
Let's go.
So hypothetically,
yes, that's what he did. Hypothetically, yes, the 2 years before.
Because similarity to
81, 82, 83.
Yes.
Oh, then he put
same thing.
Why
yes.
is this?
Because
no, okay, see.
Okay, so wait. Okay,
you don't get it still. He still don't get it. Let's play the video. Let's play the video.
Again. The biggest roster change here.
We're just about to be the best apples to apples that we can see. Let's just
the
play
biggest
it.
roster change here is adding LeBron and adding Jordan.
Oh.
Why are you counting? Why are you counting years
that
they didn't even play?
Okay, what? No, he's saying the 2 years before, both LeBron and Jordan, those teams did not make the playoffs. Once they got there, if we're talking about adding Scotty did X, Y, and Z, then we're going to talk about who added to LeBron to do X, Y, and Z. Because when LeBron got there, right, he's played 11 seasons with the Cavaliers. He's got 1 chip. Okay, Michael Jordan has 6 in 11 seasons with the Bulls. Like, come on, like. Let's go to the rosters. When
did they start winning championships?
Okay, well, let's play it. Let's play it and find out.
When did they start winning championships?
Let's play it and find out. Come on.
They get a #1 draft pick named Scottie Pippen, who can guard and play every position, who's fucking arguably
perfect. I love that you're saying that. Play it, because that gets addressed.
Okay, and they're saying Larry Hughes?
So hypothetically, you could start playing the he didn't get anywhere until so-and-so arrived right here instead of waiting until later, just to emphasize how foolish it is to credit success with a roster change. For example, the Cavaliers didn't make the playoffs. Well, then I guess we can't credit LeBron for any future success that the Cavaliers enjoyed, since he wasn't the difference maker when he joined. Unlike Jordan, LeBron was not able to propel the Cavs into the playoffs upon his arrival, nor the next season. So we need to look at the season when they did make the playoffs and look at the roster changes that might explain the success. It's worth noting that in the season that the Cavs finally got to the playoffs with LeBron James, LeBron was able to enjoy the consistency of still having from the previous season Anderson Varejao, Drew Gooden, Sasha Pavlovich, Eric Snow, and Ilgauskas. All 5 of those guys were on the roster the previous season as well. But it wasn't enough to get to the playoffs. So what was it? It seems to have been the addition of Damon Jones and Larry Hughes.
Well, I mean, he's talking facts, though. Listen.
We are saying
listen.
He
couldn't get to round 2 without Scotty.
Yeah. That they're the equivalent.
But Scotty averaged 9 points when Jordan. Well, listen to what Scotty was doing, because everybody says Jordan didn't win nothing.
LeBron came out of high school.
Look at what Scotty was doing, though. Okay, play it.
Drafted Scotty, right? Well, LeBron couldn't even make it to the playoffs until the Cavaliers got Larry Hughes. However, even upon getting to the playoffs, LeBron still struggled against the likes of the lowly Gilbert Arenas Wizards. Past the Wizards.
Shout out, Gil.
Only to lose to the Pistons in the next round.
Watch y'all talking about my boy Agent Zero.
Larry Hughes isn't going to be enough either. LeBron would still need David Wesley, Donyell Marshall, and Shannon Brown added to the roster in order to make it past.
To be fair, none of these niggas are Scotty Pippen.
So to recap,
I'm about to say,
I know this guy just does not want to admit that he's comparing.
But these are the initial.
You're comparing. You're comparing Hall of Fame talent.
I know, but listen.
Dog, one Hall of Fame talent changes the whole makeup of a roster.
But keep going. Keep going. It sums it up. He sums it up. Keep going.
Because the same logic can be applied. Okay, he's gonna sum it up. I'm waiting. We're 4 minutes in and it's already
Yeah.
stupid.
All right, here we go.
Larry fucking Hughes.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Listen,
Gauskas.
Listen.
Anderson Danielle Marshall. I used to love
Listen,
this nigga. Look at his fucking arms.
That's the second round without Daniel Marshall. And I still can't even make the joke about, oh, he couldn't win without so-and-so because LeBron hasn't won anything yet. He does make it to the finals, in which he exposed himself in a humiliating fashion, getting swept by the Spurs.
He exposed himself. So wait. Let me stop here. Rick. Let me Sean, before you start talking. Let me finish. Let me just wrap this all up, because the man's whole argument is LeBron had a roster now that he could make it to the playoffs with. They make it all the way to the finals. Now in the finals, LeBron exposed himself because he sucks. He can't do this. That now saying it's all his fault. Not saying that the team wasn't good. Because again, you're comparing 4 guys who literally would. If you put those 4 guys on the court with Scottie Pippen by himself, Scottie would beat them all.
He's going to address Scottie. He's going to address Scottie. Let's look at Scottie's stats.
One of many sweeps to come, and then he regressed for the next 3 years to not even making it to the finals. Until finally fleeing to Miami, where he still couldn't win, even with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Udonis Haslem.
He did not address the fact that
Hold on.
What
are you talking
about? LeBron took.
So
look
we
at the
say
squad
Pippen until Pippen.
No.
What about
look
D
at
Wade
the
and
squad
Bosh?
that they had?
What? Come on.
Look at the
D
squad
Wade
that they
and
had
Bosh?
in 90, 91, 90,
Okay,
91, 92,
okay,
93.
keep playing it. Keep playing it,
You're
because he's going
saying,
to address
you're
the
saying
stats
these
that they...
guys
No,
are
keep
Horace
playing.
Grant,
Keep
B.J.
okay,
Armstrong,
yes,
or
please
Cleveland,
play it.
and
Play
Scottie
it.
Pippen.
That gets
You're
addressed.
saying
Play
those
it.
guys.
Yes, that play
Trez,
it. Get that.
Trez.
Play it. Trez. You're going to see.
Come on, man.
Play it.
Kari
Just
is
let him
already
summarize
drinking
because
the
I got like
Kool-Aid.
10 more minutes.
I think he likes to troll. I think Kari just likes to troll me.
Yeah, I just like having fun.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is
Can we just play
bullshit
it?
because
Can
you
we
don't
play
even
it?
bring up
Okay,
the squad
play
that
it.
Jordan had.
Can I play
to
it
bring
from
to the
my?
playoffs.
Can I play it from my?
No, I'm playing.
Eddie
All right.
House, Mike Miller, and so on.
Okay, here we go.
It required a shortened season and the addition of Shane Battier for LeBron to finally get a ring in the 2011-2012 season. In
That was
other
a shorter
words,
season.
LeBron couldn't win without
It's a
Shane
lockout.
Battier. LeBron never won anything without Shane Battier.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he's about to get to
with
Scottie.
He won with Anthony Davis.
He's about to get to
he won
Scottie.
with
He's about to get to Scottie.
a bunch
Here
of
we go.
other players. So this is bullshit.
Here we go. No, let's get to Scottie
That's
now.
the funny way of putting into perspective the stupidity of simply giving all the credit to the roster addition. But the mean way to say it is if Jordan couldn't win without Scottie, LeBron couldn't win without Bosh, Wade, Haslem, Miller, Battier, Chalmers, and some help from the league.
Some help from the league. They padded the man's stats
Oh my
his
god!
whole fucking career.
Oh my god, bro.
Here we go.
They probably
All right,
had his
I can't
father
roll with
murdered
that.
too.
yeah,
They probably got the ones that had his father.
Two
like,
more minutes.
you know,
Two more
just
minutes.
because
He's going to
this guy's
address.
standing in the way.
Here we go. He's going to address it.
MJ had also won a college championship and an Olympic gold medal
I knew they'd bring that.
Hold
I knew
on.
this guy would bring that up.
before
I knew that.
anyone
I knew he
even
would bring
knew
that up.
Scottie Pippen's name.
Yep. Yeah,
Now,
that's
the Bulls
relevant.
Did
Hold
make it a round further.
You know he the year Worthy left the squad, he lost. They didn't win another chip. Okay. It takes a squad. All right.
Play it. Play it. Play it.
87-88. And yes, Scottie was on the team.
Mm-hmm.
On the team, averaging 7.9 points per game, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. Clearly the difference maker.
Damn, Scotty.
Let's put the arrival.
Yeah,
of
rookie
the
Scottie Pippen.
points per
Rookie
game
Scottie
Okay,
Pippen.
let's go.
figure
Let's
of
go.
Scottie Pippen into perspective.
You know who was getting
No,
his
here
minutes
we go.
back?
Play it.
You know who was getting his minutes?
Oh my God.
Charles Oakley was getting
Okay.
his minutes.
Hey, play it.
Charles fucking Oakley was playing
This
over
is the
Scottie
part.
Pippen.
See, Hugh don't want to see this part because they're going to talk about all the things. Here comes the joke. Okay, here we go.
This is
Here we go.
bullshit. That's why.
Here we go.
This is the same bull.
Looking
Here we go.
at the Cavaliers team that made it to the 2007 finals, Pippen's numbers were worse than the 06-07 Pavlovich, who had 9 points per game. Gooden,
They're
11.
comparing rookie Scottie Pippen to a team of veterans that have been around LeBron James for 5
Good.
years.
Good. But
Trez.
you're saying, wait, play
Trez.
it. Play it. Play it.
Trez.
What's good, sir?
Play it.
What's
Play
good,
it.
sir?
Trez,
Play it.
I need help here.
He's going to go to the finals. He's going to go to the
No,
finals.
because he's comparing rookie Scottie Pippen.
He's going to the finals. Go ahead.
Rookie
he's going to the
Scottie
finals.
Pippen
Okay,
to
he's going to put up the
5
finals
vets.
numbers. He put up the finals
Rookie
numbers. Here we
Scottie
go.
Pippen
Play
was
it.
putting up better numbers than these
Okay,
vets.
Hugh, he's going to
Okay?
talk about the finals.
And
Play
this
the finals.
This
Go
is what
play
LeBron
it.
brought to the finals.
Play
He had
it.
11
He's going to put up the
points.
final numbers.
Get the fuck out of
Points
here.
per
Play it,
game that
play it.
season. Hughes, 14.9 points per game that season, and Ilgauskas, 11.9 points per game that season. People don't like me disrespecting Pippen, and I get it. But I only say these things because of the disrespect LeBron's teammates get, while the same people that trash LeBron's teammates didn't even bother to find out that Scottie Pippen had less support than LeBron's scrubs at the time in history that we're talking.
It is true.
At the time in history. Okay, so wait, pause. At the time in history.
When you're
so
talking about when-
as they
yeah,
moved up the
yeah.
so LeBron as
Talk
a
about who LeBron. Talk about the support
22-year-old
LeBron has
Yes.
versus what support that
This is
MJ
this-
had
this-
during
he
that.
debunked
No,
his whole-
during his early years. That's what we're
LeBron
talking about.
brought
What
this-
support? Because
that
they always say
support.
LeBron has scrubs. What did MJ have when he
He
came to the
brought
league?
those scrubs all the way to the finals.
Oh my God! But you're talking about in the East. Back in the East when LeBron came in was horrible. We just talked about the Wizards and the
Wait,
that he had to go through the
rewind.
Wizards. Come on,
You
we just
just
talked about he had to
bragged-
go through the Wizards.
This guy was
The
bragging
Wizards?
about how Jordan just went
The
to
Wizards?
He
The
said at the
Wizards.
beginning of his video that he
Okay,
went to the
if you can
to the
name-
playoffs his first year.
If
They
you
were
can
31
name
and something.
If you can name
31 and
two other
something that year.
players, two other players on the Wizards when LeBron faced them, you win.
On the Wizards?
Yes,
I
when
could
LeBron
get-
faced them in the
was
playoffs.
Jordan there? Because I'm
No.
That's the
Okay,
only,
play it.
It
Play the
was-
video. Play the video. Play the video. Play the video.
Gilbert
'Cause I gotta go in a
Arenas was
minute.
there. I don't
Play the
fucking
video.
know.
Play the
I
video.
don't care.
Play the video. Exactly. Play the video.
Because this is a
Let him-
stupid
let him
argument.
finish up.
Because
Let him-
you're talking about a rookie Scottie Pippen with the third,
I'm talking
fourth,
about
fourth,
everybody
third,
talks
or fourth
about
year
Jordan.
LeBron.
See, you're missing the point. They always say Jordan didn't win nothing until Scottie Pippen got there. But
Yes.
the problem is that Jordan didn't have a team when Scottie Pippen even got there.
Oh
Jordan
my
had
God,
no-
mind
When
blown.
Scottie Pippen
Duh.
first.
Duh.
Well, that's what. But people
Where'd
give.
Trez
But
go?
you.
What the
but
fuck's
LeBron,
going on here?
All right, play the video. Play the
Duh.
video.
I'm
Play the
so-
video.
It's too many different points being made. Like now,
Play
I'm
the video.
confused.
Play the video. Let's finish it up right here.
Getting over the hump. Realize that in the 2007 finals, LeBron James was the worst performer on his team, as well as in 2011. Again, looking at the first time that Jordan made it to the finals in 1991, and LeBron made it to the finals in 2007. Look at the standout performances. Scottie Pippen's best game of the playoffs was 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. That's not bad, but imagine how you'd be over-glorifying Scottie Pippen if he'd have ever had.
Oh my God.
What? Why? Oh, I thought Scottie Pippen was the savior.
Boobie Gibson.
What? Okay, they just said Scottie Pippen's on the playoffs. That was his best performance in the playoffs. That was the best performance that Scottie Pippen gave Jordan when he won his first championship. So what is this whole thing about? He didn't get nothing if it wasn't for Scottie. Come on. That just doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't make any sense. Scottie was not just coming in and just changed the whole dynamic for MJ and was like, if it wasn't for Scottie, MJ wouldn't have won nothing. Like, are you
Yes,
kidding me?
that is exactly the truth.
Oh my God. Okay. So his best performance, 18-5 in a playoff run. That was the best performance that he had given. And you're gonna say that
This guy,
basically-
he cherry picked one Boobie Gibson game where he scored 31 points and said
Okay.
this is the reason why LeBron's a fraud or whatever.
Okay, but here's the thing. Kyrie, another player that scored 30-40.
It's a team
Boobie
sport.
Gibson. Dwayne Wade. Give me the other players that played with Jordan in the playoffs that scored 30.
Nobody, because
Give
he's
him
a
to
ball
me.
fucking hog.
Oh my God! See, that's always the thing. That's always the thing, right? So LeBron's the best on the team,
Yeah.
and other players get 30. LeBron's the best in the league, and other players wrap up as many championships as him. I'm not. If you're the greatest of all time, ain't nobody eating the same as you. If you're the greatest of all time, ain't nobody saving your team but you in the playoffs. Point blank. Period. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. We knew Shaq was the man when Kobe was early. When Kobe was early, Shaq was that man. When Kobe got older with the Lakers, that was Kobe's team. But when Shaq was the most dominant force in the entire fucking NBA, nobody was questioning the fact of where that fucking team went through.
So shouldn't Shaq be the GOAT then?
No, I'm saying Kobe grew though. Kobe grew. Kobe grew.
Shaq won in Miami.
Kobe
won
grew. Kobe
in
grew.
LA.
Kobe grew. What I'm trying to see is similar
won.
to Jordan. Kobe grew into that ultra super great type talent. He grew it like Jordan stepped in day one, bust that ass. By year 3, motherfuckers knew he was the best player in the league.
He didn't win nothing though.
But this is the thing. You know, the winning something is irrelevant to the fact that motherfuckers that see you play.
But that's the whole premise of the argument.
But no, when you're just coming into the league and you're the best player and on the worst team, that's the measurement is like, yo, that dude is unguardable. He also plays top flight defense. All-time defense as a guard and shoots 50% from the floor as a guard. Come on, bro. Like, what are you talking about right now? And then when he was getting his back to the basket, fade away, come on. I mean, that shit was like the sky hook. Unguardable.
Nostalgia.
No, nostalgia of the shit. Nostalgia of the shit that's still people do to this day.
Let's. Okay, so since you got to play a video, remember I sent this to the group chat. No, I just want to.
Oh my god!
Context matters.
God,
guys, context matters.
We in this loop again, bro. This is the 3rd or 4th episode we on this, bro.
I'm sorry,
bro.
I'm sorry because you're gonna force me to watch that bullshit. Some guy come on, Kari.
Okay, I'm gonna admit
you can watch that.
Okay, let's listen
and fact check it. And you'll be like,
I will watch any content. I will watch any content.
Dog, he picked a random Boobie Gibson playoff game,
bro,
and said this is the reason why LeBron won, not because LeBron was the alpha. Anything to discredit the man for being the leader, and also the fact that he took Boobie Gibson and made him good and brought him to the finals. No, that doesn't matter. Jordan's the man because he took an amazing team to the finals and beat a mediocre team. So
the issue is, I can acknowledge that the guy is Jordan Coded who made the video. Obviously,
that's the delusional Jordan. That's the fucking weirdo that sits there and just like Sean looking up anything to figure out how to make this guy look better.
The point of the argument was that this guy's presenting is that Jordan, quote, didn't win nothing without Pippen, right? And your counter argument is,
he literally won nothing without Pippen.
Right, cool. That's great. Not disregarding that, because factually, he did not win the championship until Scottie Pippen was on the team.
Yes.
Okay, boom. Now I can acknowledge that. Your counter argument to that, instead of just saying that, is look at what LeBron brought to the finals. But then, in turn, you also say, we talking about winning. So when you factor in the winning aspect, LeBron also had to team up with a bunch of motherfuckers to finally win something.
Oh, and I'm gonna
thank you
again.
So they both collide and cancel each other.
Okay,
out,
I get it.
Yes,
but also,
thank you.
You cannot tell me his argument every day is that Michael Jordan's the man. He's this, that, and the third, and then he's like, you come today with that winning mentality. He didn't have that winning mentality his whole career until Scottie Pippen got there.
It's a difference between having a winning mentality and actually winning. Because do you believe LeBron James has a winning mentality?
Yes, he's been to the finals.
And LeBron James didn't win shit till when?
Yes.
You saying until he got to Miami, he didn't have a winning mentality because a winning mentality has to equate to winning.
To the finals. He's made it.
He didn't win. He didn't win.
Okay,
it's not about going. He didn't win, right?
Yes.
Okay,
but you also have to understand.
You cannot say a person does not have a winning mentality until they win.
But you cannot after Jordan. You can't discredit that person's winning mentality because
discredit the other person.
I never discredit what Jordan's done. We're talking about who's the greatest player of all time and understanding what the greatest player has to do. That means this. taking a roster of Boobie Gibson and Larry
That's what he
now
do.
winning is not a factor no more. It's just going now.
Dakari, Hugh to the
So if
finals.
this going is the case, then yes, LeBron is the GOAT.
He carried
went like 12 times.
these teams. He carried the 2017-18 Cavs to the finals. Did you see that? George Hill was the best player. Fucking Kevin Love on a bum fucking leg and knee
Kyrie
and shoulder.
wasn't there. Kevin Love.
Kyrie was gone.
Kyrie was gone after the first one.
Kyrie was gone. Yo,
That's
they
the second
beat
one, excuse me.
Boston, but Kyrie was on the sideline looking like with a towel over his face. They took them 7 games and beat them. They beat the Raptors, who had the best.
Ooh,
best,
hold on. Did
Best-
you say the
Raptors,
Raptors?
the
Ooh.
best record in the league that year.
All-time greats.
Best record in the
Lowry.
league.
You know what this funny part is about the whole thing? And you know,
And it
I'm
took
sorry.
that
I made y'all
roster.
watch that. I'm sorry I made y'all watch that video.
They had
But you
to
know
get
what the
KD
craziest thing?
on the greatest
I'm
team
from-
ever to beat
I live in
Ron.
the area. I live
That's
in the
what I'm
area.
talking about.
And you know what the most shocking thing to me was? I was like, God damn, the Wizards used to beat up on Bron. I actually kind of forgot about
They're
that.
good
Credit
back
you.
then. You forget that New Jersey Nets used to be in the finals too all the time. They made it 2 times. So you
Okay,
forget about that.
Trez, because I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your Kobe vibe. So I'm gonna rock with you here.
I fuck with
For
Kobe.
sure.
So I'm gonna ask you a question.
He'll deny
When
Kobe.
LeBron
though.
came, when LeBron
People like,
came to
you
the
know.
league, the Eastern Conference, like who was checking for the Eastern Conference though? Like who? Like was the Eastern Conference like?
I mean,
Cats was like.
To my
fearing them or
knowledge,
something?
you had.
Who was the best team?
To my knowledge, you had the Pistons.
Pistons
That
won.
was.
They won twice. Yeah, they won twice.
I think the Nets
No,
were
nobody
kind
was
of nice
checking.
back then.
The Nets went to the finals twice. I
Iverson
believe in
was
that era.
still on the
Early
Sixers.
2000s.
Yeah.
Sixers went to the finals. They got beat by the Lakers.
What I'm saying, but Sixers we never. Oh, because we could talk about a team of scrubs. What AI did with the Sixers.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that team was
Winning a
but
game,
wait,
winning a game in
who
LA,
had-
game 1. Are you kidding me?
who had a better
Score
roster, the
Oh my
Cavs
God.
or the
Yo,
Sixers?
Sometimes I'm just like the foundational shit you got to get right. Come on now. They only lost 1 game that entire playoff run. The Lakers went fucking 15 and 1 in that fucking playoff run. Are you
Okay.
kidding me right now?
They're good. They deserve
And
to
they were
win
in
because
LA.
they're the better
That's when he-
team.
That's when he
They're the
stepped
better team.
over. That's when he stepped
But
over.
again, when you have
Right,
that
come
roster, okay, LeBron lost to KD, Steph, Clay, and Dre. That's the only team in this era that had the capability of beating very prime LeBron. I mean, that Cavs LeBron was the peak of his talents. Don't get it. That's 20. He was averaging 27, 8, and 8 that whole time he was with the Cavs with Kyrie. And if Kyrie didn't get hurt and Kevin Love never got hurt and all that stuff, the shit that he had to do, and then when they beat those motherfuckers, and then they had to go get KD. Are you serious? Nobody went and got nobody to beat Jordan. There was nobody in the league that could beat that team.
This is so funny.
And then they had.
It goes,
no. Orlando could. And you know what they did? They went and got Rodman. They
This
got
is
rid
so
of
funny.
Horace Grant
You know why?
to get Rodman.
You know why this is so funny? The ultimate joke of all of this. The
Yo,
ultimate
also-
ultimate joke of this whole argument.
show you something.
Is that Michael Jordan retired 3 damn times, and LeBron
Oh, yeah.
still don't have 6 rings.
He had to
I mean,
retire
come on,
3 damn
bro.
times because he
Like,
was
and he
tired.
played 22 years. I mean, I just
Context
don't know how
matters.
you argue
No,
the GOAT
context
and then,
matters.
like you
because
have that. But
how
many Kobe got? How many Kobe got?
You know what's the crazy
How many
part
Kobe
about your
got?
argument?
Okay. How many LeBron got?
The crazy part about your argument.
Come on, bro.
The crazy part about your argument
We
is that
having
you
the
say
wrong conversation.
Jordan showed up
Is
every
it Kobe
day.
or is it LeBron?
Dog.
Right? Like, we having
Dog.
the wrong conversation.
You say Jordan showed up every day, played 82 games, but he took a year off and took 2 years off.
Yeah,
and then he
which is
didn't
more
want to play
impressive,
no more of that.
bro. You
It's
stepped
more
out.
impressive.
Yes,
if
you
LeBron takes a day off to go see his son fucking play a game or graduate
and then he
from
catch
college,
a cramp. Then he
all
catch a
of
cramp as
sudden,
soon as he come back, and he on the
fuck outta here.
sideline
This
getting
guy
wheeled
takes 2
off with
fucking years off to chill out and
Man.
smoke cigars, and all of a sudden, oh, he's the man. And it's amazing.
So when
what he
LeBron
did.
walks in with the wine
Dog, if I
coming in, who cares?
decided to do that with
No
my
votes.
career and got the best and all that shit,
Come
fuck
on,
out of here.
you know,
now, look,
come on.
you forced me. Look, Kari, I'm sorry. I know you're
got
part of this
sandal-
podcast.
he
I'm
wear-
forcing
he
you to
wears-
watch this now, and we're never going to talk about this shit again because this is the dumbest shit I ever heard. You just brought up the dumbest. You made us watch this dumb video.
Oh,
Boobie
and this is
Gibson.
gonna be here we
Boobie
go.
Gibson.
Here we
This
go.
is the truth about how Jordan
here we
got
go.
to where he was.
Watered
the
down.
'90s, watered down.
here
It's
we go.
facts. Expansion League, facts.
Expansion league, baby.
Expansion
Hold
league.
on.
Riveting.
18 to the 19. There was only every team was a dynasty. Every team.
Every team was a dynasty. Okay.
The 90s came around,
Wait,
Magic had to retire, so the Lakers fell off.
you couldn't hear
Bird
that?
had to
Wait.
retire, so the Celtics fell off.
I gotta rewind that because you gotta hear this.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just start off with the fact that from 1980 to 1998, that's 19 years, only 5 teams, the Celtics, the Lakers, the Bulls, the Rockets, and the Pistons, they combined to win 18 of the 19 championships. And just for some comparison, in the last 6 years, we've had 6 different champions. And you guys are going to say, oh, well, the Celtics and Lakers, that was during the 80s. And you're right. But once the 90s came around, Magic had to retire, so the Lakers fell off. Bird had to retire, so the Celtics fell off. So there was just no one left. Not to mention that 6 new teams joined the NBA in
6.
the late 80s and mid 90s. And unlike the Celtics and
Hold on,
Lakers
can
in
you
the
pause
80s,
it real quick? Can you pause it real quick? Did he say there was no one left? Hold on. I just want to make sure he said that. He said there was no one left after Magic and Bird retired? I just want to make sure. Did he actually
As far as those dynasty teams, yeah, there's no one left.
No. Okay, but
Yeah.
he knew. Okay, go ahead. I'm confused.
Those are the teams that were whooping Jordan's ass.
I just was confused what he was saying, making that point. Okay.
Yeah, they were the teams that said your GOAT can't get past round 1 or even make the playoffs some years. That's what he was saying.
How many rings does Tim Duncan have?
LeBron beat Tim Duncan. They went back and
5.
forth a lot.
He's got 5.
He's got 5, yeah.
5. So Kobe's got, how many Steph got? 4? Damn. A lot of people eating lunch. While
When?
while LeBron is on watch. Woo! Let's see who left again. Go ahead. Let's play.
Okay,
Let's see
LeBron,
who left.
what?
Let's see who left. Let's see who left. 'cause
who each
who-
had 4
when
to
they
5
left,
Hall of Famers
he
on their
picked
team
up
at
that
any time.
play.
The teams in the 90s, they had 1, 2 Hall of Famers max. Like, that was it. If you don't believe me, just ask Dennis Rodman, Charles Barkley, Larry Bird, Jerry Sloan. They were all saying the same thing. And the facts back it up. During the 90s, more teams won 60 games than any other decade in NBA history, but also more teams lost 60 games than any other decade in NBA.
Exactly. And these are the teams. Some of these teams some of those teams with the 30 and something record made the playoffs. Jordan ran right past them. You look at the teams that LeBron's facing the past 4 seasons in LA.
Hold on. I have a question for you, Hugh.
55 plus wins.
Okay, perfect. No. I have a question for you that's very relevant in today's era. This year in the first round of the playoffs, who was the expected winner of that series as far as seeding is concerned? Was LeBron the under?
Yeah,
Was LeBron the better seed in that first round?
Yeah, but you know how many games? Half a game. They had the same record.
I'm just wondering how many games? How many games?
Same record.
And how many
They
games
had
did
the
y'all
same
win?
record.
How many games did y'all
I
win?
think they were only down. No, they didn't have
How
the
many
same.
games
That's
did y'all
similar.
win
They
that
did
first
2 games,
round?
2 or 3 games separating them.
How many games did y'all win in that first round?
1.
So that's
Luka,
a damn half a game.
Okay,
that's
Luka,
a damn half a game.
Doug,
They summed up a
that
season.
doesn't matter. You know damn for sure that a team in the first round playing something like if they were the Lakers were the 3 seed. Back in this
So are
era,
you
the 3
saying that's
seed,
why he
the
goes
3
out the
seed,
first round
the
more
3
now?
seed in this era had
I get
60
I
wins,
got you.
while
Oh,
the
no.
3 seed
You're right.
in the
You're
other
right.
era,
You're right.
And while the
You're
other
right.
team,
That's
the
why he
6
goes out the-
seed or the 7 seed or the 8 seed,
No,
had like
actually-
maybe 30 to 40 wins.
Hugh, I will
Between
concede.
30 and 40
I will
wins, barely.
concede. That's why he gets swept more, and that's why he goes out the first round more. I understand now. Okay,
Swept
play the
more?
video. Yeah, I understand now. Play more.
He's been swept in the finals.
I
think
understand
the
now.
last time he got swept in
I get
the
it
Western
now. I get
Conference
it now.
Finals, I think a couple years.
Dirk Nowitzki, I get it now. Can we can play it? I understand that why Dirk Nowitzki won in those finals because they were just it was everybody left.
NBA history. There was a ton of polarization. Back then, there was no limit on how much you could pay one player relative to the salary cap. So MJ made 123% of the salary cap in 1998, but now the max is 35%. And because these individual superstars took up so much of the cap, you couldn't sign multiple ones. The only reason the Bulls were able to keep Pippen the entire time was because he basically made no money. During his time with the Bulls, he made nothing. So I'm not trying to take anything away from MJ's Bulls, but the point is that no dynasty like this is ever going to happen again. You're not going to have a team win 6 rings in 8 years because free agency is different, the salary cap is different, there's not 6 expansion teams joining the NBA, and also the Bulls had a lot of good fortune. Like, what if Len Bias survives? What if Larry Bird doesn't get hurt? What if Magic doesn't get HIV? Like, the league would have been different. The 90s was the easy.
What if? All these what ifs. See, that's the thing. Circumstance, like if KD didn't tear his Achilles, the Golden State would have 4 rings. If Golden State didn't sign KD to beat LeBron, LeBron would have.
Well,
5
if
rings.
Draymond didn't get ejected for the next game, then Golden State most likely would have won that series.
Okay, I'm just saying that's the shit that happened.
And then LeBron has 3 rings.
And if my dad never went out to got cigarettes, I still have a complete household.
I understand.
I mean,
but
LeBron has 4
you stack up numbers,
rings,
and this is where we're gonna end this. You got to go do something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I got to go do this. So here's what we got to do.
You don't understand.
We got to say, regardless of plumbers, electricians, whatever you want to say, MJ was playing. He ate everybody's lunch. Everybody's. When LeBron played, everybody was just as good, I guess, as LeBron when he played. When MJ hit his stride, you know what? Maybe the circumstances, maybe everybody was a fucking mechanic. But you know what? When he hit his stride,
mechanic.
Everybody
who guarded him was a mechanic.
Yeah, guarded him.
You're over here like Craig Elo and all
they
these guys.
Had an expansion team called the Mechanics.
Well, all of them. Whatever the case may be, mechanics,
Las Vegas mechanics,
teachers, whatever the case may be. But you know what happened? He was undefeated against the mechanics. Undefeated. And you know what happened with LeBron? LeBron has a losing record against his contemporaries. Case closed.
We gonna make merch for the podcast. Me and Trey's about to get on it. The Mechanics. We gonna have an expansion team called the Mechanics. That shit up sell, bro. Design a little logo, make some T-shirts. The home version could be if you team Jordan. The away jersey could be if you team LeBron.
Look, it's absurd how you can discredit.
No, the league. To your point, the league is better.
They
LeBron
pad
played,
the man
and
stats.
LeBron was just
that's all I gotta say.
I'm not gonna say they pad the man stats, but like I said, it might be recency bias. I'm gonna say LeBron got some tough comp, bro. In comparison to Jordan's early years, LeBron competition was tough. I can concede. I can concede that.
He definitely got some. He got tough competition. My thing is always the counter to that, right? We when we go into competition levels of errors, we got to talk. We got to talk real brass tacks. If I had fucking Michael Jordan flying on private jets with a nutritionist and a chef. I mean, this is what it was.
He said they were sitting in the back of the bus.
He
argued that they were sitting in it because he said that Kareem had to sit in the back of the bus, so it was harder for him to win.
I put levels
black.
on that.
Because he was black. They was in the South. They had to sit in the back of the bus.
They was traveling like WNBA players before the
like he was
hype.
7'2" and could dunk over anything. No, because it's tougher on him.
I put levels on the forefathers that came in, and you had to go play in Boston. Motherfuckers called you the N-word. I put levels on that. That's hard. It's hard to bust ass, and motherfuckers you got death threats. I'm sorry. There's levels to that shit. That's why Muhammad Ali to me is always the greatest. That motherfucker stood up to the federal government and said, "I'm not getting drafted. Put me in prison."
I'll tell you this.
Threw his medal in the river.
Go ahead.
I think that's true, and you do got to put that in consideration. Also, with LeBron, though, you do got to put in the social media era as well. Like, social media does play a big part in that. Like, Jordan didn't have all that shit to where him gambling and all that shit, it didn't matter. So with LeBron, for his whole career, like, he had to be goody two-shoes on his point, not fucking up outside of shit. Couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? He had to be perfect. So I do think
he was under a magnifying
glass.
Yes,
you do credit that for the OGs and Muhammad Ali and Bill Russell and all them, but I do think you got to
for LeBron as well. And also to summarize your point, Trev, the fact that, yes, he's in this social media, so every time he loses, considering that he's in this competition with Jordan, it doesn't matter if he loses a random game against some shitty team, it's going to be the talk of the town for at least a week. Why did LeBron just lose to this? Jordan would have never lost to whoever, right? And it's like that team didn't exist when Jordan was around. It doesn't matter. Jordan wouldn't have lost to them. I know that's Stephen A. Smith every day when he talks about LeBron.
But that's the thing is like the stories of the fact that Jordan was out drinking, out playing golf, out doing all gambling, out all night, out until 3 or 4 in the morning, and he would still come and drop 40. That's my whole thing. He was still.
I do think it's crazy. Because the way the 90s is played, I do think it's crazy for you to go out gambling late night, drinking, come in, and then you're getting like 40 points the hard way. You're not shooting no threes. We going layups.
Look who he played against, though.
That shit is kind of crazy.
So he did it with a handicap.
Different.
He did it with a handicap then. You drunk
Jordan
on the court,
literally started lifting weights and doing shit. Yes, you can do all that.
What the fuck? At what point does it get impressive?
Yeah, food poisoning, nigga. Hold up.
Okay, like you're saying that's impressive, but what did he do? What did he do in between that? The man took a year off. The man took 2-3 years off. He took time off.
I mean, all right,
literal time off.
But let's not like act like that first year off he was grilling burgers and chilling.
Yeah,
He was conditioning his body to play an entirely different sport.
Yes.
What some will argue.
And how did that work out? How the fuck did that work out?
That's not the point you
No,
just
that
tried
is
to make.
fucking
No,
Well, he's
no,
not a baseball
bro.
player. It's Michael
No, the
Jordan.
fuck it's not,
He
bro.
failed at baseball, and it's like,
All right,
And
I
then-
gotta go. I gotta hit this. I gotta go to a
came
meeting.
back, though.
But yo, I gotta hit this meeting.
Bet.
But we went on another rant. I'm telling you, the MJ fucking LeBron thing is crazy.
yeah,
but
maybe we should call this cat that changed the whole premise of this situation and call it that bullshit. I'm sure people will keep tuning in for that bullshit. Because it's so stupid. It's really stupid. It's getting to the point where it's like it's irrational arguments now. Like, I can't even have a rational discussion without, like, I have to dig in my ass to find Pete Maravich and shit, or whoever the fuck that guy we were talking about, to figure out how to say,
Pistol
hey,
Pete.
what was it? But Pete Malkovich or whatever, that guy.
That dude was-
Like, we have to figure out, like, how to dissect why Jordan is not an anomaly. Like, what he did was by circumstance, and that's all.
Well,
it
I
is.
will say, Hugh, I'm very glad that you did learn something today. I am happy about that, truly. As a LeBron fan, I got
didn't
to
learn
teach you
shit
something.
today. You
No, I
just
got to teach you
proved to
something
me-
about LeBron.
you
No,
proved
the
to me
23.
that-
No, I got to prove to you why
that-
he couldn't wear 23.
Who gives a fuck why he couldn't wear 23?
Well, no.
Nobody
I just
cares
wanted-
about
no,
that.
Nobody cares about it except for LeBron
There's tons
James.
of
And I
numbers.
wanted
I
you to
had
know
no
why.
clue. Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
want you to know why.
Thank you for
Yeah.
enlightening me and telling me that
And
Miami
I'm
retired 23.
glad
God.
that- No, I'm glad that
The
you
GOAT
now know
debate's
why
over.
he couldn't wear it.
It's
if Jordan
over.
never played,
It's
if
over.
Jordan
No,
never
because
played, then he could have
Miami
worn it.
retired
He could have worn
23.
it. If Jordan never played it, he could have
couldn't
worn it in Miami.
afford
And I'm
it or
glad you
worn-
know that now. No, if Jordan never played the game, he could have worn 23. And I'm glad that gives you another thing to be mad at Jordan about. So I gotta go on that note.
Yo, he hit a mic drop, bro.
Clean mic drop. That's hilarious.
That's insane,
Oh my
bro.
God.